Well, we're all feeling super confident and ready to go, right? Welcome back, guys. I hope you are ready for anything because I have no idea what's about to happen. That was crazy, and I did go back while loading the video and just watch the raw clip. And as close as I can tell here, let's get the world loading up here while we're going because we got to wait through that whole day anyway. We'll catch anybody up that didn't catch the last episode, but I can't recommend it strongly enough. You want to see some crazy stuff going on in Minecraft? Watch my last episode. I think it was 145. It was wild. Um, yeah, so for anybody who didn't see it and hasn't gone back yet, you had your chance. So, spoiler alert, my sword straight up disappeared. We had set up for our raid. As you can see, we've got some hired help along here, as the advancement told us. We've kind of just made some minor tweaks to the landscape. We got a bridge to go between the two big hills over here, some stairs up and down, and a few little shortcuts and things between buildings where we can maybe gain just a little bit of separation if we need it. So we thought we were in pretty good shape. Silly us. We went over Minecraft yesterday morning. The tower is right over there. And we walked up and started plugging pillagers with our bow. And we were all set up and ready to go here. Speaking of which, let's. I kind of decided in the in between time, let's carry a spare, right? In the words of what was his name, Reese in Fallout 4. Always, Blood of Steel always carries a backup weapon. We're gonna do that just to be on the safe side. This should have lots of extra room. We don't need those. Don't need any of that. Want that. Okay, so we did wait through the night again, and we're almost good to go here. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting or missing? Just check our armor. It's all good. I think we'll be set. All right. So yeah, while we're waiting for the night here, we may get a few more mobs spawn, but whatever. So we ran over. We were shooting pillagers, and a bunch of them had the crossbows, and we're all kind of running around. But there were no banner guys, and we maybe killed 6 or 7, and then was kind of moving back up for the next wave, and I was kind of shooting around one of those dead bushes, right? That if you break them, they give you a stick. And as I kind of managed that area, the I was holding my bow. I went back and watched the video, holding my bow, shoot it, shoot, shoot, and I kind of let fly with the arrow that killed the guy, and then was turning to look at the next one. And I didn't see in that moment. I never saw my bow fly out of my hand or anything to indicate the sword had left. My bow had been selected, and I never scrolled the mouse wheel or hit one or anything to switch over to the sword. So there was nothing setting up that kind of a situation where I would have, as I described, I was kind of like, what happened? Did I hit Q and throw away my sword? I didn't want to, but I've done stupid stuff before. It's a game. But no, I don't see any evidence of that. It looked like I had shot. What I couldn't really tell was it showed my bow on the ground. That was what I said. Oh, I threw my bow. Then wait, did I throw my sword as well? But what I never associated was that my bow never left my inventory at all. So it was like somehow it thought it should drop one or the other, and that's why I'm not ruling out that maybe I hit the Q on one or the other, but it seemed stuck in between the fact that it showed a bow, but it duplicated my bow because it never left my inventory. And as we saw, even when the sword was invisible, we were able to then later clear out a bunch more pillagers by shooting them with arrows. So the bow continued to work. I didn't walk up and try to barehand any of the mobs to know if I had a sword effect. They would have kicked back and lit on fire and all that good stuff. It had it been registering the sword. So we ran around, we looked for it, we basically gave up. We're headed home to make a new sword. Stopped on the beach to swap and actually get a sword when I realized I was running around without a close range weapon. And lo and behold, the moment I opened my ender chest, I never noticed it, but that's when the sword just reappears in my inventory. So I think it was a visual bug. That either the game processed it out and I picked it up before anything else happened and it just never did anything else with it, or it never left at all and it was just a weird disappearing thing. So the closest thing I can ever associate to that behavior that I've experienced were the horses way back. It used to be that you could dismount a horse and have it disappear, and then you'd have to exit out to the exit screen and reopen. And boom, your horse is right back again, and you'd run around like, "Where's my horse? What happened?" And it almost always happened. I watched it happen in enough streams and things like that, and I had it happen to me where it you thought you'd gotten off and just walked away and your horse wandered off. And, I knew I'd wander around looking for a horse for a long time. Like, where is it? And then eventually you'd give up, save the game or whatever, pop back, and then your horse is standing right there waiting for you. Like, where'd you go? You all crazy. That's the closest thing I've ever seen to this where something has just straight up disappeared out of my deal. The other thing that I guess I hadn't really thought about yet, sometimes when you're breaking and placing lecterns to try to get the villager trades in the trading hall for the books, if the villager is standing right there when you break it, I always assume that that's a game deal where the villagers have an inventory. That's how they can pick up the carrots and everything like that. So they'll inadvertently get it. The game will realize, hey, they can't ever release that and they don't need it. So the next time you open your inventory or place another one, pop, you've got the one that was missing back in your inventory. So it actually, in the sense that it's an item, it behaved more like that. But how the game got to a point where it didn't exist or anything was really weird. I have never seen anything quite like that before. If you didn't pick that up on that from my behavior, there you go. And for the tweet for the video I sent it out, I was like, we were all ready for the raid, and then the Fabric of Reality tour. Is this a good or a bad sign for a raid? I guess we're about to find out. So we're going to hope that doesn't happen again. We're going to hope that all our buddies here are readied up. I hope I'm readied up. This is how it all began last time. And we don't want a big old nest of creepers hanging out when we begin, but I don't want to waste the daytime either. I don't want to have the Vexes flying around at night, if we can possibly avoid it. Oh, excuse me. So now we have to get back here and hope to see a guy with a banner again. And hope that our gear doesn't disappear. There we go. Banner guy. You go down. Thanks, buddy. want to pick that up. There we go. And we get a level. All right. Back we go. It's on. I hope you guys are ready. I hope I'm ready. Let's, I'm bouncing in the chair. Let's go. Dun 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 dun. This could get crazy. The goal is get to the point where we get the first totem drop. The evokers are going to drop them. And raid. Alright, so we don't know where they're going to start from. It kind of makes sense if they came from there. Alright, there's the horn. There they are. Why aren't they coming after me? Oh, maybe because they're all going after my golem buddies. We get them? Good job, team. How's our golem supply? Alright, you guys should go inside. Just saying. Did we lose any golems? I don't think so. Alright, horns. There we go. Get out of the way, villager. Oh, look. Axe guy, top priority. Got him. That was a crazy air. Oh! I didn't know you still... Two. Where are the other guys? Guys? Team? Where are they? I thought they kind of went this way. You guys are all up here. I should drag them up if I see them. Where are our other raiders? Oh, there's one. One? You inside here? Sometimes they get stuck. Oh, they're reloading now. Okay, so a golem must have got them. So I suspect they'll probably be coming from up high. Guess if I had captions, that would help. We see them anywhere? Guys? So what are we paying you for? Where are they? They're down to one? It must not have been a very effective angle of attack. Where'd they go? How am I supposed to get totems if you guys kill them before I even see where they're coming from? This is a mistake. He's getting a little... Okay, see these guys. Where are they going? You guys are crazy over there. Where are they going? What is this nonsense? Oh, come on. still haven't. We're doing very well. Our hired forces are hiding in the water. There's a banner. Oh boy. Okay, come on. Oh boy, that's the bull. Totem. Oh no. No. Where are you, little Vexy? Where are you? Hey! Hey! Where'd you go? There we go. I got you. Where are you? No? What? Alright. I don't see him. There. He wrecked that evoker. Oh no, I got the goal. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to hurt you, but I do want to get the totem. No. Okay, that was him, maybe. Oh, that was just gold dust, not a. So I think we got one more totem. Where they at? Oh, they're coming from high. Oh, there's the bull guy. Banner guy. Ah, I don't like that angle. Got a witch over there. Dude, I don't need you to be all high speed runny aroundy guy. There we go. Come on then, little Vexy. Ha ha ha! There we go. Alright, guys. Victory. Clean up the spoils here. all our... Oh, another one. Yeah, fireworks. Woo! Oh, awesome. Yay! Oh, all right, guys. I'd apple you. Oh yeah, they're all hero of the village pricing. So that was awesome. We don't want to unduly cause trouble. Let's see if we can reward some of these guys for their wonderful service. And here, there's some XP. Now we gotta worry about you guys. No. Come on, man! Just defend the village, and then out of nowhere there's creepers blowing up holes in our beach. It's not cool. That bell always looks like there's something laying there. This was pretty good. Pretty fun. Again, you saw I had to gold apple, and we relied a lot on those golems. They helped a bunch, but not. They sped things up a little bit, I guess. And there was one evoker, I think, that they got. So yeah, it's a huge deal. But now that we can go in with Totem ready, it's kind of a different deal, right? And also, if we don't have naturally spawning competition, then we don't have to worry about it starting at any particular time of day. A little subject to failure. Once you get a raid going, it's pretty easy to lose track of your torches, or start hitting them while you're trying to swing it of X or something like that. Not to my villagers. Alright, well, I guess they got all done with the fireworks party anyway, so maybe I just sleep. And we let them recover. We're the hero. It's awesome. 4 totems. Excellent. A couple extra odds and ends. It's just 22, 19, 7, 22, 22. Let's go with a 7. A lot of, we could put the sand away. I'm not too worried. I just like to get that loaded up. We're gonna have to go do a bit of inventory anyway, but I'd like to get home kind of quick. All right, you guys are awesome. Have fun in your village. We'll come back maybe and knock them back again some other day. But for now, we're pretty happy with our outcome. Um, that was awesome. Awesome. Hey, as I often feel in Minecraft, though, having gotten through that pretty unscathed, we got to expect a punch in the gut. I mean, we already had the one with the sword, but that doesn't really count as normal game mechanic stuff. Um, you get a big accomplishment like that and start carrying a totem. In my experience, you're gonna have something that's gonna try to take one pretty darn quick, right? You don't end up untested for long. The game will ratchet up in response to your new gear. It's like when you get netherite, right? You get all your gear, it gets all equipped, you start feeling safer and moving along, but all of a sudden something's going to come along that's going to try to get you back. So I wouldn't trade it though. Having a totem in that hand is fantastic. We are the rightful and true hero and should be honored as such. The villagers seem to know this and awarded us with a fireworks show, which was more than adequate. We're happy to help. We're not looking for money. That's why we pay those iron golems. They're hired help. We let them be the mercenaries. We just do it because it needs to be done. Take care of business, right? All right. Now, anybody? Anybody home? Sure. Now I got a sword. It's kind of random. Sure. I already have one, but we'll leave you the wheat. So, what's the moral of today? Look at your notes. If you bother to write down some coordinates that are going to help you later in the game, take a look at them instead of spending like 5 hours traipsing around your world trying to find something that you have right at your home. That was perfect setup. We should have gone right there. We could have had this immediately after our little morning chill session and been awesome. We would have missed out on crazy disappearing sword. Well, we would have missed out on game crash while flying. And we would have missed out on the cute horses and all the stuff we saw along the way, all these chests of random goodies and horse armor and all that kind of stuff that we got. So, yeah, all in all, it's pretty worth it. And still a few more chances for a good old trident tossing drowned to come after us. So am I remembering right? I mean, drowned should be vulnerable to smite, right? Like if we're setting up our drowned farm eventually. I'm not saying we're going to do it tomorrow or anything like that. Tomorrow may be a one episode and chill kind of day. I'm just saying this one felt long. But if we do have a farm set up for our drowned, can we take a smite sword in there and clean them up extra fast? I don't know. I think I'd like to try. Yeah, I mean, it should be a no-brainer, but it kind of feels like that's one of those backwards, doesn't really make sense ones. I don't know. I don't know why that would be. They're drowned. They're undead. They should be vulnerable to smite. We'll find out. Hey, doggy. We got a few of your friends back home. Come visit. They won't fight you. They're friendly pups. Hmm. Not making this easy. Chicken. More doggies. There we go. I see silos. Oh, they look so awesome. How about this guy? Oh, can I hold up my totem a bit more? It's our first totem screenshot. And it has our silos in it. Life's pretty good, I gotta say. Oh, feels great having this totem. Now that we've got our totem, we can go back and check our little list again. But before we move on to next projects, we want to finish up from this one. And before we do, oh, it doesn't tell me the time. Is it 90 or 15 minutes for hero? Oh, and those aren't harvested. Shoot, that was a major goof. Oh, and is it only in... Do we get good prices with our traders? We should go check this. Before we do anything else, I just want to check the prices and see if they get our hero trader different price difference. I don't know that they would. I think that's just in the village where it happened, or within gossiping range, maybe. But for science, if they are hero, then we'll just buy up all the books we can of unbreakings and efficiencies, and mending isn't even that expensive. But all right, so you're impaling at 17. They're down, and maybe those are the lowest prices for those books. 23. Where's our efficiency 5? It was down here, I think. Sharp 5. Yeah, these aren't... I mean, is this all we get? Is this all we get for healing villagers, too? I thought hero got you best prices, just like Zombie Doctor did. It, 22. Let's see. Goody and Tool. This is Tools. Oh, that's kind of fun. We can make that a little better. Not that we need to right now. Bow's done excellent. You guys unquestionably ready to rock and okay. Oh, I haven't really looked at the time yet. Didn't 35. So yeah, maybe about 20 minutes to run the raid itself, and then everything else. I mean, they are on sale, so I think even if it's not as good as we had hoped, I think we should capitalize a bit, right? So this is our biggie, and that's a. Oh, and he just leveled. Loyalty too, man. Hope he went down another. Um, okay, that's pretty good. And then we'll go get some unbreakings. Again, I don't have immediate need for these, but I think we will. Um, why would I want to sell 3 books for an emerald? I want to level you up, but not like that. Alright, one more just to keep those even. This is like the old prices, right? When it's like, alright, how much can I get the coffee maker? Got 16 more books. May as well store this weed here. Why did I not get... What am I doing with all this stuff? Don't care. Mending's too cheap to be worried about. Sharpness is at 29. 18 or something. That's unbreaking. Is that a 50? I don't know if I'm gonna need to make another pair of boots, but after the craziness, I guess I'll get one 15 cheaper. I probably already have that somewhere else now. You don't have anything. Affinity. I don't care about looting. We'll only use it once. Silk Touch is so cheap. We don't care. How about some of the bow stuff? Flame is 5. Action 3 is 16. Mending. Prot, don't care. What are these? I feel like I'm just running in circles here. Sharp. Let's get one of those. See, it's only 8 cheaper, but might be a good thing to have a backup sword. We're now finding out we already did a bunch of efficiencies. Oh, are they giving me books? That's why that was happening. I see. Because I'm the hero. Hero. Yeah, let's get... Oh, we got... Let's get one more smite. Again, we can just stash those that was a mistake. How did I end up with... I really only get... And why did I get a depth strider? Why did I get 2 depth striders? What happened? Thanks for the pumpkin pie, dude. Unbreakings are here, right? So it must have switched when he offered the new thing, and that's the depth strider. We did not want that. We do want 2 more of those. I guess we'll just unenchant those. And then if we've got... six of everything else that's flame. Here's bending. See, it's not that much of a value, but we already got the channeling book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have a grindstone down here? I don't think so. That would have been handy. I could have wiped these too. Don't kill me, guys, but while we've got this hero, I think it's worth trying for power. Long shot, but maybe we get top tiers on everything at least. I don't know. I never tried this. No, that's not a top tier sweeping edge, so failed plan. It was a worthy plan. There may still be a better chance. And if we can get it, we already have Impaling. That was the one that we'd picked up a 5 book on earlier, which will help out our... Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Come on, man. Hurry up. What are you on break, dude? Let's go. Yeah, that would be a huge bonus to hero. And maybe they do it, but it doesn't have to be like an automatic top offers, but just increase the odds that they give you the tops. You know, tick up all the formulas while they're in hero, so that you have better chances of the treasure type enchants, the ones that you can't get from the crafting or the enchanting table, and better top tier. Like for anything that does have up to 5, you get a better chance that it takes that top level. That would be pretty great. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're getting a benefit from these guys from something we did on the far side of world effectively. You know, how would they even know about this except that we came bragging and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we heard those fireworks. We were actually trying to sleep. We're librarians, and that was pretty disruptive." By the way, why did you go provoke the pillagers in the first place? They were leaving them alone. Um, okay, now we're down to 14 minutes. How does that line up with our deal? Pretty exact. We're at 45, 46 minutes. So we're going to use every bit that we can here just in case. Um, get away from my. Sorry. I was already trying to drink my tea. The tea that I started this morning with hours ago. All right, out of my way. Out of my way. Piercing. I don't care about your piercings, man. Yes. This is one I never look for, which means I usually see it all the time, right? I guess while I was waiting. Oh, shoot. I guess while I was waiting to sleep, I should have grabbed extra lecterns in case he does the old disappeary grabby trick. Riptide. It seemed like there was one other enchantment that I could use that I didn't have. I don't remember what that is at the time. We've got channeling, got impaling. Those are our main two. Oh, pierce. Was it piercing? Maybe piercing. Piercing goes up to 5 as well. It's the crossbow one, but I would I would take the power over that a zillion times on. We'll need one top level piercing crossbow. I think we might already even have it, don't we? We did summon chance on our crossbow. We're like, okay, we've got it ready to go. And then we were going to charge up the phantoms and never got around to it. Someday. Infinity. On the right track. I want bow and chance. Infinity again. When I said I wanted bow and chance, you apparently got that message, but not that exact one. So the good news is we have a literal timer on this. If we don't get this before the hero wears off and the um, episode ends, then we'll just come back to it at a later date and try again. What kind of bow? That's a crossbow. Not a. Not a bow. safe to say we have a compound bow at least when we get up to power 5. Can I guess that what's going to happen is we will see this about the time that Hero wears off? And so we'll get it at a ridiculous price. Oh, okay, I do have emeralds. Just wanted to double check. Sharp 4. At least we're back into some higher tier ones. Smite 2. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Power 4. Oh, man, I don't want power 4. You're so close to right, though, dude. Do that again. Power 5. Come on. You were so close. A lot of times you get that. You'll see it once, and then you'll see it again. Come on. No. Oh, I forgot to say, let me just recommend, because I never got around to the actual movie. I was talking about the hockey guy several episodes ago, earlier today for me. He's a YouTuber. He talks about hockey. Seems like a good guy. He's Canadian and admits his fanhood for teams, but then tries to be very fair across the entire league because he just loves the game and follows it all. From what I can see, from what I have watched, I'm not a huge fan, but I kind of discovered him a year or two ago and kind of watch here and there. But hockey season's getting close, so you're gonna go to bed now, aren't you? I was kind of just checking in to see, what kind of content he had. He usually does like a news deal once a day, and then some other stuff. So I was ended up watching like a few hours of the last, and like seriously, he's got like, half a dozen 8 to 15-minute either breakdowns or he's got like this huge jersey collection, so some of them are just like 10 of his jerseys, where he's saying like he ranked his collection or whatever, and he's making content, right? And I'm sure it's kind of like the shoe collectors and stuff. I'm sure some people are super into that. Not my deal, but it's cool to see all these varieties, old jerseys of various teams, how they've changed, all that. Just a little over my head. But then he was doing some past player breakdowns as well, and a couple caught my eye. One was Peter McNabb, who was a Boston Bruin, who as a kid, I was a North Star fan mostly because I grew up in the Midwest and was not a Chicago fan. And when I was a kid, those two teams used to hate each other and brawl all the time. So yeah, I kind of leaned to Minnesota, as I did for a lot of pro sports. That was kind of my default. When I think it was even before they left, Minnesota lost the North Stars to Dallas, 92, 93, I think was the year. And even before that, they had, I'm kind of getting off track of the story, but they had a run to the Stanley Cup final and lost the Pittsburgh Penguins with a young Mario Lemieux. Incredible team at that point. Just, like one of those, you just happen to hit the best team in hockey. And the North Stars had kind of blown up for the playoffs that year. Anyway, they, at about the same time, I had been given by one of my parents' friends a Boston Bruins T-shirt when they lived out in the Boston area and had it was one of my mom's school friends or neighbors growing up. More accurately, lived like 2 houses down. They're her parents or their parents were my grandparents' neighbors, even when we were little kids, and they were wonderful to us too. Just awesome people that had, back when neighborhoods didn't change. You bought a house and you were going to live there for the rest of your life. My grandparents did. Pretty much, they moved into another Power Four. They moved in to like an assisted living place, a few years before they passed away, just for the last when like my parents moved to a downscaled size house. They're still in their own place and like it a whole lot. My grandparents never made that move. They stayed in their house probably a little bit longer than they should have, but then eventually moved into like a high-rise apartment that had optional assisted living in it, so they could kind of stage for the next thing. Anyway, that's random. Man, impaling for. Uh, okay, we're gonna do the right thing this time. I don't know how much time we got left. Excuse the interruption to the story while we come down here and get these. And is there anything else we need to do? I don't think so. Just dodge that bed stealing guy as soon as it gets dark out. So anyway, my parents and their neighbors, my mom and the two daughters are still friends to this day, and I'm not as close with their kids, but we knew each other growing up. They'd come in to visit from out of town. Everybody get together in the summer or something like that, go to a lake or whatever. Very cool. So we all kind of hung out. One time when they visited, they knew I loved hockey and were coming out to visit, so they brought me a Boston Bruins t-shirt. Well, just so happened I walked into, I don't know, some class. I think it was like homeroom in high school, and one of the older guys on my cross-country ski team was a Hartford Whalers fan, because his nickname was Whale, and he started immediately ribbing me. It was, I've told the story before of how I was sort of by association Purdue Boiler fan, because one of my teachers, similar deal, I got a Purdue shirt from some people visiting randomly. I didn't know anything about Purdue at the time. But I was wearing it had a train on the front, I think, and I was a pretty little kid. I was much younger at this age. And the teacher comes in. I didn't know she's an Indiana Hoosiers fan, and just like her whole room. This is in the Midwest, but not in Indiana, like northern Midwest. She comes walking in, and her whole room, like first day of class, right? I just happened to wear this T-shirt because that, oh yeah, look at that. So first day of English class, and I walk into this room. I don't even know that this is a deal, but there's in IU Indiana stuff all over the walls and everything, and I'm sitting there in a Purdue Boilermakers t-shirt. I don't know anything about it, but she's like, "Oh, you're in trouble, kid." And she's joking, right? But she's like, "You can't wear that into my class." She probably thinks I've been like put up to this by why am I running around talking when I should be using every second to try to get this straight? So come on. She gives me a hard time. I become indirect Purdue Boilermaker because it just, I'm a little kid, but it's still just like what? What are you talking? Okay, well if that's it's on, let's go. She ended up being one of my favorite teachers, but just because of this random deal where I was the fan enemy. It was my first real because like I've said many times, my dad is from the UK. Came over and met my mom, and my mom went to a smaller school in the Wisconsin system that eventually got absorbed into it. But when she went, it wasn't affiliated or anything like that. So she's got a minor association. I think she took some summer school or something. Oh, that's protection anyway. I was thinking Power 4 again. So I think she's always maintained a loose association to the Wisconsin Badgers, but she didn't care a whole lot. And I grew up a fan of Minnesota sports, but no real connection to their university or any of the, in the Midwest, there's so many small schools, and there just wasn't any. I college sports and rivalries and stuff like that didn't really make sense to me as a little kid. I didn't get the fan part of it. I knew, for instance, I just said the North Stars and Chicago Blackhawks, you know, bitter enemy teams. They would full on brawl in the 80s, bench clearers in the middle of the rink. And so I knew what it was like for teams to not like each other, but this idea that the fans would carry that over, it was new to me, and really didn't understand it really until I was in college myself. But anyway, so I'd had that, and that taught me like day one. Oh, now you're a Bruin or you're a Purdue fan. Same thing happened with the Bruins. It was this guy was a rival. Bruins and Whalers were local rivals, old school teams, and it ended up he became a good buddy that was an upperclassman when I was a freshman, so it worked out really well. It was fun, but yeah, it kind of cemented it. And then when the North Stars went away, I didn't take the I want to be a fan for him and cheer for him and other. I was like, no, I hate him now. So sorry, Dallas Stars fans. I'm not a fan of your team. But anyway, Peter McNabb was a Boston Bruin, and he also he played a bunch of places, but among other places. Oh, the thing's gone. I mean, sorry, time is over. Sorry, sir. We got to wrap up this episode. Yeah, so I watched, got watching all these player profiles. Peter McNabb, who's now an Avs broadcaster, was the reason that it caught my eye. I watched Sandis Ozolinsh, who was on the Avs initial cup team, and Neil Broughton, who was a Minnesota North Star. He was on the Team USA Miracle team, and he and his brothers, Paul and Aaron Broughton, who were all Minnesota guys, taught a hockey camp. And when I was young and playing hockey, that was one I went to, and had a lot of fun memories. Just this kind of, these were just regular guys, and especially his brothers who weren't actively playing in the NHL at whatever point that was. They were just kind of like, yeah, all right, we got a bunch of kids. Let's have fun. We're still playing hockey and we're getting paid for it. So they taught us a bunch of stuff. It was kind of cool. I always felt that connection. So I watched all those, but then he recommended this movie, and this is what I'm trying to get out real quick. He recommended a movie called, it's a documentary, Untold, Crime and Penalties. It's on Netflix, which is where I saw it, and I watched it last night. I saw this thing, and his little video was like Danbury, hockey in Danbury, crime and penalties, and I was like, Danbury isn't that the town in Vancouver? And this guy's, I think, from Vancouver, if he's not still there. Where Joe Sakic came from, a couple other NHLers came from this little small town in British Columbia, around Vancouver, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Canadian fans. Anyway, I thought I was watching something about that, and like, oh man, did they have some, sordid backstory or something like that? No, it was Danbury, Connecticut. Nothing related to that, but it was this crazy, crazy documentary. It's got foul language. It earns its M rating. But if you like movies like Slapshot, the classic hockey movie, which is very also full of off-color and mature audience type stuff, you've got to see this movie. If you know Slapshot and that culture, if you've ever had a local minor hockey league team or played hockey up the way through, or in a twist, if you enjoyed The Sopranos when it came out, check out this movie. Oh my gosh, I can't give it a better thing. And I'm skeptical of the documentary. I see a lot of the kind of the influence of where that came in, and I think that the story that's untold that I can only guess at, kind of when it ends and you're like, oh, that's interesting. See where everybody's loyalties lie, and how people that had one specific attitude suddenly changed. And then think about the whole thing. But the hockey, oh my gosh, it's so good. Check it out if you're a hockey fan, if you're just a fan of documentaries and crazy stuff that has happened in the United States. Huge recommendation. I recommended it to a couple of my friends this morning, and they've already watched it. They're like, oh, wow, that was great. Great. So that's what I wanted to get out. Sorry for running a little bit long, but oh my goodness, Minecraft, back on topic. We've got totems, yay! And we completed the day. So I'm going to wrap up for now. It's been a lot of episodes. I'll get this one up, and hopefully you guys will be enjoying it this evening. But take care out there. Have a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you're watching this. It's going to be up here for, until YouTube goes away. So I'm hoping 20, 50, 70, a million years. Who knows? Whatever the technology supports, we'll be out there waiting for you guys to click play. So enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.